Many people know that the Antichrist will exalt himself above God. But what many people fail to realize is that the Antichrist will appear to be with God for a time. Pay attention.
In 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, Paul talks about the man of sin or the son of perdition, who's also known as the Antichrist. He says here in verse 4 that he will oppose and exalt himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Now, when many people read this, they believe that this is how they will be able to identify the Antichrist when he comes on the scene.
But 1 John chapter 2 gives us the clarity that we need to be able to identify the Antichrist much earlier. In verse 18, he says, "Little children, it is the last time," or the last days. "And as you have heard, that Antichrist, singular, shall come. Even now there are many Antichrists, whereby we know it is the last time." So right here in verse 18, John is identifying that there is an Antichrist that shall come, but also that even now there are many Antichrists.
So there's that Antichrist to come, singular, and then there are many that are here now, plural.
But look at what he says in verse 19. "They," or Antichrists, "went out from us." Now, who is us? Well, who's he writing to? The church. So they, Antichrists, went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. So what John is alluding to is that those who have the spirit of the Antichrist are those who first started with the church. Because the only way that you could go out from the church is if you were first with the church.
And seeing that they went out from us, the church, it's proving that they were never really of us from the very beginning.
But this truth not only applies to those that have the Antichrist spirit, but it applies to the Antichrist himself. The Antichrist will start with the church, and then he will betray the church, proving that he was never really with the church from the very beginning.